The U.S. Supreme Court has partially allowed President Donald Trump's travel ban to be implemented, and it has now come into effect. Now, visa applicants from 6 majority Muslim countries are now required to show close family or business ties to the U.S. to be granted access to the country. The ruling does not consider relationships such as grandparents, cousins, or fiancés as close family. Demand for travel to the US appears to have fallen sharply since Trump took office. This map shows the countries marked in red where the number of online searches for flights to the US fell the most. The research was carried out in February, a month after Trump's inauguration, and showed that 94 of 122 countries experienced what's been described as a Trump slump. Searches in countries included in his original ban fell by as much as a third. Interestingly, there was an 88% jump in searches from Russia. Let's go to our editor-at-large, Craig Copetas, who's in Paris now. Craig, great to see you again. There may well be security concerns that have resulted in this travel ban, but who is it hurting the most?
It's hurting America the most. This is playing directly to Trump's very solid 35% base that likes to blame immigrants. Hey, your life is awful. The Chinese are taking your factories. The Russians are taking in freedom. And guess what? The Muslims are threatening your lives. This is all not true. So America is suffering by this, and it's suffering in 2 ways. One, it increases the fear level. And number two, it's also adding to the dysfunction of the Trump administration. There's a very interesting thing in this Supreme Court statement. You know, the justices exempted, as you pointed out, as are certain applicants from the ban if they could prove what they call a bona fide relationship with the U.S. That's going to cause Trump and the court and Congress problems because legally, the Supreme Court is not supposed to make legislation. It just defines the Constitution. So you're going to have the ultra-right structuralists, as they're called in the United States, saying that the Supreme Court had no business actually giving these exemptions. Exemptions that America, by definition, gives to immigrants who want to come to the United States.
Yeah, but focusing on those exemptions for a little while, if those exemptions do persist, it could actually be good news for companies in the US that are looking to hire people from overseas, though, couldn't it?
I believe at this point, based on discussions I've had with individuals and companies, that the pool of talented people who want to go, immigrants from Muslim countries, I don't care where they're from, that pool is becoming shallow. Fewer and fewer people actually want to go to the United States. This evening in France, for instance, Emmanuel Macron is opening a new incubator for development in all sorts of fields. Microsoft is here, everyone, all of the big companies, and he's inviting people from all over the world. It's inclusive, it's not exclusive. And every time Trump pounds this drum to keep his 35% base happy, these are the consequences. And I can, based on whom folks I've spoken with, I can only see this becoming more of a problem for the United States.
Indeed. It is going to be something that is going to keep on unfolding, I'm sure, in the months to come. Craig Copetas in Paris, thank you ever so much.